You can pop up the screen. I might just share this out myself. All right. Do my half. You can tilt the camera down just a little bit, for sure. All right, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Y'all already know what it is. Isupk. All right. You tilt it down just a little bit more. No, just tilt it down just a little bit. No, you got actually, yeah, that's cool too. Maybe I'm just short. What you think, sis? All right. Shalom. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We've been teaching the truth since 1969. We're here to teach the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans the truth of the Bible. All right. My name is Nakar, officer of Salakia 1000. Station in Philadelphia. We're going live for Isupk Trenton as well. Shout out to Trenton, New Jersey. All right, and this is gonna be part 2 of last week class. All right, being not a slave. Right. A lot of times we truly don't understand what it means to be a slave until we actually go inside the Bible. We actually go into knowledge. You know, knowledge is a weapon. I don't know if people out there understand that truly. Knowledge is a weapon. Knowledge is key. Because to gain wisdom, what do we need? That's a question for the class. What do we need? Anybody?
To have wisdom.
Let's get right here. Yeah, all right, let's get right here. That's the only way you can get wisdom, by having knowledge. Because having knowledge, and you acting on that knowledge and truly understanding, well, what happens is now over time, you actually start to sit back and like, dang, now I see why I shouldn't do that. I see why I should have this stance. Like if you look at like in the Bible where it says to love your neighbor, right? Now you show love to people that you don't even know. You know, you show genuine love to everybody, right? To Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. It's going to be a time you're going to sit back and be like, dang, I see why Christ was telling us to love our neighbors the way how he was. Because our people out here is unaliving one another. And if they had the same mindset that I have, that the Most High gave to me, and the other likewise people with me, man, our community would be better. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Romans 12 and 2. You know, we have to come back to the original source. Yesterday I was at the gym, I was working out last night. At the gym working out, doing my thing, and you know, I overheard this brother and sister talking about the Bible, and the brother was real passionate about it. We had a conversation, and he was a Christian, right? And I was asking him, he was talking about when Christ come back. I said, do you know what Christ is going to do when he come back? He's like, yeah, he's going to take over. I said, why? And it really got down to the point where I had to explain to him because he truly didn't understand. I was like, he's going to avenge Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we have to be avenged. We have no power. Every time we try to build power in this world, we always get shot down. We always get shut down, on all cylinders. Look at the Black infrastructure that Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans try to build so that we won't have to, like people like to say, oh, you guys, all you guys do is benefit off of welfare and food stamps and all that. Well, we was doing our job not to have to come to you and ask for help. But because y'all have so much hate in your heart from our people, well, what happened is we continue to try to thrive and try to thrive, trying to put in now all of a sudden we touched some white girl. Now the whole city got to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just the one black guy that been accused of a lie, but it's everybody, the whole infrastructure got to go down. You know, kids got to get burned in the house, you name it, right? So when we actually go inside the Bible, we actually start learning the knowledge of God. And then that's when we gain wisdom. Let's read what you got.
Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
You cannot be a good lapdog anymore. You can't be a slave in this world and think that you have power. Money is a defense. It's not power. It don't equal your integrity. It don't equal your loyalty. You understand? It don't equal righteousness. It's a poor man that can have little money, but his spirit is rich. Why? Because that man can serve the Lord and poor. He can be poor and rich in spirit. And then you have someone that has a lot of money, but they poor in spirit. You understand what I'm saying? We have to reverse the matrix. We have to reverse the brainwashing that let's reverse that whole brainwashing thing because Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans need their mind cleansed from all the filth. Like if you think about it, Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, we have an addiction to drugs, right? Because our lives is the way that they are, we feel the need to get high every day. Like the city of Philadelphia is actually in the world one of the top consumers of marijuana. I'm like, huh? But look at the conditions that we're under here. We tried to build infrastructure and kept getting knocked down. Then they gave us crack cocaine. And then they ran all types of secret operations. And, you know, now you see us, we getting high. That's how we feel. We got to cope with that. We got to pop the pills. You know what I'm saying? Like people was out here popping perk 30s and drinking lean and popping Xanax. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's a mad world out here. Most High said, what? Read it again.
And be not conformed to this world.
This world wants you to be a drug addict. This world wants you to not take care of your kids. You understand? This world don't want you to be a good parent. Okay? Your child, the world wants you to twerk online. They want you to sell drugs. They want you to beef with your own people on the internet and show the guns too. Like criminals today, man. Criminals is just some of the most idiotic people in the world. Like if you look at what criminals do today, they will literally tell you everything online. They will see their homies get locked up. They see other people getting locked up with a cell phone on them. Why they go do the crime and then the cops say, hey, well, you was there because your cell phone that you had that we actually stopped you and arrest you with, that phone pings to that crime scene at the date and time. So these people, they would actually go on the internet, brandish firearms, threatening people in the DMs, you know what I mean, in the group chat. I know some young boy, right? My sister baby father, he's in jail right now facing life, right? I try to give him the game. Yo, man, chill. You gotta change your life. I offered him to come to class and all of that. I helped him get a home and all that. Out the kindness of my heart, I didn't have to do that, right? trying to show some kind of brotherhood. Well, he didn't want to change his mind, so this is what happened to him. Well, he sat up there. Hold on. He sat up there. Hold on, my fault, y'all. So I try to tell him, hey man, this is what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You want to get your life in order. You gonna want to do this. You gonna want to, you gonna want to get a job. You gonna want to, stay away from your homeboys. I'm giving him the game to come out of the world. I said, man, come learn what I'm teaching. Well, he didn't even want to fall back from the whole scenery. Next thing I know, I see him on social media blowing some girl head off her shoulders and standing over top of her. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, everybody know that's you. Like, I see your face clear as day. Then, oh no, I try to tell him. I said, yo, man, y'all, and I was clowning him and his homeboy. I was like, man, y'all must not like females, cause y'all literally throwing rocks at the prison. I like, y'all just want to be laid up with men for the rest of y'all life, huh? Oh man, you don't get it, cause you're not in the streets. Like, bro, you think that I don't got my story of the streets? I used to try to outthink dudes in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You think I with me being in the truth, I can't outthink you? No. I'm like, y'all be having y'all cell phones, y'all talk too much. I'm like, once they pickle you, or once they able to get a warrant to go through your information, they're gonna find everything that you're doing. Being conformed to the world, guess what happened? They in a group chat talking about the people that they done did drills on. A drill is unaliving somebody. They got the message of threatening the person, drop the addy. Yeah, when people drop addresses and all that, that is public. That is recorded in a database that never gets thrown away, and that's called the internet. You understand? Yeah. So they for sure locked him up. He had a gun. Now I'm thinking that, all right, you got caught with a gun. No, next time I heard, hey yo, they went through his phone. They got more cases on him. Now he fighting bodies, and all those cats that he thought that was his homeboys, they straight up blocked him on social media. So when he get the cell phone in jail, you can't even get in contact with him. They left him for dead, then get him a lawyer or anything, and he don't even got enough money to get a lawyer. He fighting murder charges and attempted murders and a gun charge with a public defender. Read that scripture one more time.
Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
Be not conformed to this world, man. We trying, the Isupk is trying to give you the game. Be not conformed to this world. When blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans be criminals, we are the dumbest criminals ever. Like, we get caught. You know who don't get caught? The other nations. They don't get caught. You think the U.S. government get caught? They get caught, but who's getting locked up for it? Who got locked up for all the cocaine that came into our neighborhoods in the 80s? Black people that are survivors of the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre, can't call it a riot, massacre, they can't even get they can't even get no type of reparations for that situation. The judge said, no, you ain't getting anything. Now get your black behind out of my courtroom. Read it one more time.
And be not conformed to this world.
Man, listen, a lot of y'all got a slave mentality. I'm trying to tell y'all the truth here. Y'all got a slave mentality. Your children is going to have a slave mentality. A lot of your children think that Jesus is white. A lot of y'all children think that Jesus and God is white. So when they pray and they saying they grace, May God bless this food. When they doing all that, they see a white image in their brain. So now, you know who they going to see as superior people? Anybody want to blow my mind? In the class? Anybody online? If your child sees God and Jesus as their God, as their prophet, they see him as white people, as white men, what's going to wind up happening? Go ahead.
Looking at the oppressor as their God.
Looking at who?
Our oppressor.
The oppressor. More to break it down more clear, they're going to see them as more superior. They're going to see them as a superior race. So now, when they go out in the world, they're going to conform to how the world wants them to move and think. Now, how do the world want a Black, Hispanic, Native American to operate? Like a slave. They don't want you going around there with your chest pumped up, talking with dignity and integrity. They want you to say, yes, the boss. They want you to be like that. They want you to dime out all the Black people, Hispanic, Native Americans on the job. You understand? They want you to be a good boy or girl. That's what they want. Most High don't want you to do that. Read it one more time.
Come. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
Be not conformed to this world, y'all. Keep going.
But be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
The Most High said, man, he wants you to renew your mind. What is that? That is actually cleansing your brain of all the filth, all the things that you thought was true. Like, for the love of me, man, I don't understand how in 2023 we can think that religion is actually going to save us. Like, I'm just looking around and I'm like, if we complaining about the issues, we should be able to look at these issues and see what is actually going to help. Because you got people that say, oh, well, don't judge me. God said, don't judge me. Nigga, somebody got to judge you. Bitch, somebody got to judge you. You out here not taking care of your kids, getting high, chasing tail. Like you chasing pussy all around the city. You going to different cities chasing tail, ain't taking care of your kids. You're a drug abuser. You understand what I'm saying? You chase at the whole Salakia, TikTok, my fault. You chasing at the woman that's for the streets. You sisters out there, you doing all types of evil. You understand? Abortions, cheating on your man, breaking up the family, leaving a man, breaking up a family, then complaining about, oh, my child is acting crazy. Men ain't this and this and that. I mean, both parties is piss poor performing today, right? Good night, sis. I mean, it's so crazy. We are performing at a bad level right now. We have to judge. We have to be real with one another. We can't sit around and act like everything is cool. You think that everything is good? 2023. Look at all these young men out here dying on a regular. Look at how many families can't stay together because how destroyed we are. I think we need rules. We need rules and regulations. We need somebody to step up and tell the men that sell drugs that they're cowards, that they work for the enemy.
Right.
We need to tell women that you are for the streets and you are a poor example of a woman and your daughter should never follow you. They need to hear that.
Right.
They need to hear you will never find love because it's just in you. Like you brothers out there, no woman is ever going to respect you because you don't stand on anything.
Right.
Don't you know that a Black, Hispanic, Native American man is designed and built to lead? It's our job to do that. Every men want to talk about, oh well, we the head of the woman. You know, they got to be submissive to me. Negro, you get high, chase at the hoes. TikTok gonna try to ban me. You chase at the woman for the streets. You understand? Get high, sell drugs. You understand? And you ain't doing nothing for the community. Like, men are built to be soldiers. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Look at our ancestors. Everybody want to talk about the ancestors, right, sis? The ancestors was on the front line. That's why the ISUBK is on the front line. We ain't supposed to be on the sideline. Oh man, how you going like? And then brothers, y'all complaining about the issues with women, right? You can't complain about the issues with women if you ain't doing nothing to fix it. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, y'all women out there. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all, everybody probably know about Fresh and Fit, right? The whole red pill community and all of that. Let me tell you something. The ISUBK is the real red pill, and we've been doing this since 1969. Let me tell you something. Trying to get, okay, is women out of pocket? Yes. Is men out of pocket? For sure we out of pocket because we are condoning the whoredom. Let me tell you something. If brothers kept these commandments and not lust after women, you understand, and the women ain't gonna, they gonna be like, dang, men ain't liking my pictures no more. Imagine a woman that makes money on Instagram for posting pictures. Kim Kardashian does that, right? Imagine if men was like, we ain't bigging that up no more. We're gonna big up the woman that actually dress correct, one that is modest and stuff like that. They're gonna get all the likes. You know what I'm saying? You know what's gonna happen? All of those women are going to put on some clothes. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna put on clothes. They're gonna try to change it up, switch up. You know what I mean? And they're gonna like, dang, okay, that ain't getting me the attention no more. And then once they start seeing that even the attention that the modest woman is getting is nothing that is of a lustful spirit. Good night. They trying to play with my algorithm. Dumb y'all. Yeah, they trying to play with the algorithm on TikTok. But yeah, if brothers learn how to, you know, stop thinking with their other head, man, I'm trying to tell you, we'll get places. That's why the Most High said to renew your mind. You understand? We got to get used to getting corrected. That's why in the ISUBK, we seen that strong brothers and sisters because we have been corrected. You know what I'm saying? We're not the type of people that sit there and be like, oh yeah, no, nobody can check me. You know what I'm saying? Like how you think that we're actually gonna build if we don't get corrected? That's right. Like if you had a job, right? And I'm gonna tell you how crazy it is. If someone goes to a job, you there with it's your first day, you're gonna get corrected so that you can do the job correctly. Okay, but ISBK is here to correct you. Hey, brother, hey, sister, I don't think you should do that. Hey, brother, this is what the Most High said to do. You understand? The Most High said, keep these rules so that we can be a good and wise nation. Well, when you look at what everybody try to put on the Bible, they try to say, oh, well, the Bible, man, is all allegorical. You can't take it all for face value, this and that. Okay, well, what do you take for face value? And then when you ask them that, you're like, okay, is that helping the black community? I know a lot of people that think like that out there. What nation is being built up with that? We're a nation of people. I said, you know what it is? And this is what I said last night. I said, the issue is we don't understand how we're supposed to operate as a nation. That's the problem. Because if we knew that we had to operate as a nation, no one should be telling me, oh yeah, man, love is for everybody. God said love, right? That's it. They try to hit you with that. Oh, that's it. No, when you renew your mind, Christ said, man, the bread is for the Israelites. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I came here for the lost tribes of the house of Israel. Give me that. Let's get that. Get that scripture, man. Because you ain't gonna never elevate. Let me tell you something, man. You ain't gonna never elevate if you believe that we got to give our love to everybody. You're not, because you're not gonna understand your standpoint for your people. Like if you ask Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, they just see it like this is the thing. Because we're so comfortable, we don't see the urge to say, "Oh man, no, we us." You know what I'm saying? White people is unified. Africans are unified. The Chinese is unified. Look at Chinatown. Chinatown is unified. You can't. White people can't even open up businesses down there. The most that a white person can do is be one of the distributors or be a landlord. And they don't even try to do that. They're gonna try to, hey, we trying to buy this apartment for you. We're trying to buy this building for you. How much? How much? We got money. They're gonna cash out on that just so that they can get that white man out of not having no power in that community. Right around here, the East Indians, I think the Indians, not the Native Americans, but the East Indians and the Arabs got houses and own houses all up in Melbourne. That's Melbourne. That's their area. They make sure that they try to keep it as them. Hey, this is our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're going to keep this the way how we want to keep it. We're going to keep the money flowing through here, through us, so that we can be good, right? Well, Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, we don't think like that. Like General Muhammad brought up in Monday class, we don't see an issue with a Chinese person or some Arab cooking us chicken in our neighborhood. And I was saying, I said, listen, last night when I was at the gym and I was having this discussion with these brother and the sister, I was like, it's better when we was integrated. You know what I'm saying? It's better when we separate ourselves from everybody else. Because they kept saying, see, you keep talking about Israelites. And I'm like, well, I got to. I said, well, at the end of the day, okay, if y'all talking all this unity, what happened to the Black businesses? It's gone. I said, because of integration. Integration destroyed our businesses. I said, I shouldn't be having to go to no Chinese store, to no Chinese person or Arab to go get some chicken. I should be like, hey man, y'all want some Mama D's? I'm about to go down to Mama D's, get some chicken and mac and cheese. Y'all want some? You know what I mean? It should be like that. Hey, I'm about to go get one of them homemade iced teas from Mama D's. Y'all trying to get some? Hey man, I gotta get my I gotta go to the supermarket, man. Mr. Ed, man, he got all the stuff in there, farmers market and all that. Like that's how it's supposed to be. It's Black farmers. Black farmers should be able to sell their products to Black markets in our community. It should be our markets, nobody else's. Do you know that in different counties around here, big corporate, if you go down Lancaster Ave, when you get to Lower Marion, Upper Marion, in that whole little area, Malvern and Paoli and all that, and Wayne, PA, on that main line, they can't build. No franchise, no big time franchises can't build any business there because they signed a petition for that whole strip. Is limited to what they can do on that strip. You ain't gonna find many McDonald's. You're not gonna find a bunch of big name brands, but you is gonna find mom and pop restaurants. You is gonna find entrepreneurs, businesses on that strip. Why? Because they are able to do it as a people, as a community. Because these people come together. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what Christ was trying to teach us through this scripture right here. Read what you got.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered, so you want me to get straight to the bread?
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
All right, come. Verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Say it one more time.
Come. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
He was telling his white woman, he told her, he said, listen, man, I am only sent for the house of Israel. Okay? Why would Christ say that? Somebody in the class, anybody online, you can type it in. Why would Christ say that? I thought Christ was all love for everybody. If this woman is coming to Christ saying that my daughter got a demon on her, read it one more time for everybody.
Come. Matthew chapter 15, verse 24.
Let's get it.
But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Man, Christ told that white woman, he said, listen, I am only sent for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. I thought he was sent for the whole world. Right, sis? What they say in the Christian church or outside these doors, what they usually say Christ was sent for? Go ahead. For everybody, right? They say that Christ was sent for everybody. Christ literally just said in the scripture, read it one more time.
But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
He was only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Give me Matthew 1 and 21. Bubba Shaw. Matthew 1 and 21. Like, this is like we look at this Bible as something totally different. These are Israelite records. That's why any book that you go to in the Bible is always going to reference Israel. Israel, the 12 tribes, the Jews, Judah, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad. You're going to see these names over and over and over again because it is a cultural book. It's not a book on religion. They wasn't calling themselves Christians or Judaism. They wasn't going by Judaism, saying that this is the Catholic religion, Islam. Because I know a lot of you Muslims out there, y'all think that the Bible has something to do with Islam. This is what Islam did. Quick sidebar. Islam literally did this to the Bible. They bastardized it. They made their own bastardized version of the Bible and said that Muhammad was a prophet. In the Bible, I'm going to show you who actually who the Most High deals with. But let's read the scripture right here that you holding right now.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh.
There we go. You know what I mean? That's Jesus Christ's name in Hebrew, Yahweh, Mashayak. You understand? Keep going.
For he shall save his people.
He shall what?
For he shall save his people.
It says save his people. Now go back to that scripture that you was holding in Matthew. And that other scripture you was holding in Matthew.
Oh God.
That's why in here, man, I tell people, man, you can ask questions. You don't got to agree with it. Just ask your question and we're going to answer it. We can have a quick little dialogue and, we see who actually telling the truth or not. You understand? But, for Christ only coming for us, that shows that we are the ones that need to be saved. A lot of people don't know the history behind what Christ was teaching. So if you go into the New Testament and you just start there, you're not going to understand Christ. You ain't going to understand his vibe, his energy, the zeal that he had to complete the mission. I asked the brother yesterday, I said, well, brother, do you understand the issue that was going on with Israelites? No, I don't know. I don't care about that. I'm like, well, you got to care about that. The Bible even said that the Old Testament is for our is for our learning. So why would you not care about what was going on with the Israelites? Because that's like if we go out to the street, right? A lot of y'all don't know. In different cities, this camp speakings ain't the same. If like I remember going to Detroit, Michigan, and because our people out there is going through hard times, we're not going to give scriptures like where it's going to be more scriptures of uplifting, trying to give them that breath of life. You get what I'm saying? Where they feel like you ain't going through this by yourself. Then you got some cities where the spirit there is full of pride, full of leaven. You know what I'm saying? It's full of chaoticness. So you like some place like LA. You understand what I'm saying? Like LA is a big city. So, it's a lot of people that's out there that is kind of big headed. It's just a spirit like Philly. You got people here that think that they know it all or that they're right. I mean, if you look at the sports, they say, yo, Philly fans is chaotic. I'm on social media. If you go on social media and go on the outlets that Philadelphia run, yo, you will see some crazy behind comments, and everybody's in the same spirit. So when we go out and teach, now we dropping a hammer down. It's like, oh no, y'all need to hear this. Now, of course, everything is done in decency. Everything is done in a good fashionable way, but the tone might be a little different. So if you don't understand what Christ knew what was going on with the people of Israel, according to the Old Testament, he knew that the northern tribe and the southern tribe had a beef, and the northern tribe was way over the waters in the Americas. He knew that. That's how Christopher Columbus knew where to go. That's why he brought a Hebrew translator. That's documented, right? So Christ understood the law. People try to say, "Oh man, that Moses, the Moses law, man, that's done away with. The hell with that, done. First off, that's the most high law. Now, did Moses make a couple of adjustments? Yes. What's the adjustments? Well, one, you can write a bill of divorcement in the time of Moses. He was able to do that because people hated one another so much. You understand that he had to try to do something to try to keep the death tolls from going down, because it was all types of domestic situations, people ready to kill one another. So he was like, all right, y'all gonna have that bill of divorcement. When Christ came, he said, oh, that's no more. Y'all talk about Moses. I mean, y'all talk about that Moses law done away with, right? Christ said, oh yeah, okay. Because he did that because the hardening in your hearts. But in the beginning, it wasn't so. Now you can't get a divorce, sister. Steve Harvey's wife can't, according to God, she shouldn't give a divorce to him. You understand what I'm saying? Really, if it's true, Steve Harvey has to leave her because she whored on him. Go ahead. Well, it's anybody that like Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans. It don't matter how much money you have. You can have a lot. You can have more. You can have a little bit. You can have less. It don't matter. The curses is going to continue to go if you don't have the knowledge and wisdom of God, right? Steve Harvey. Look at Lori Harvey. Look at her mother. Like, first off, Steve supposedly had left his woman. I think he left his first wife. I think he left a couple of them. Somebody help me out. I know that Steve Harvey was a horrible husband. He left that woman and went for a dog. That woman was married to some drug dealer. Lori Harvey's father was a known drug dealer. She wound up getting with Steve Harvey because Steve Harvey got a bag. You know what I'm saying? Steve Harvey, because it's in him, what did he do? Cuffed her up. Oh, yeah, I need that. She had sex with the chef and the bodyguard. It's just in her to be that way. Steve Harvey now is about to, she's supposedly, she's supposed to be divorcing him and try to take half of his fortune. You want to know why? Because he decided to trade on his first wife, you understand, to get another one. And here's the thing. Christ even said, don't put away your wife unless she committed fornication. Because, see, he got that same mindset of the Israelite men back then, where they would, oh, man, I don't want her no more, man. I'm about to put her away. You know what I mean? So I can go get another one. They didn't want to follow our tradition, where it's like, okay, I can have her and I can have her. Shalom. No, because the Romans influenced everybody, put the fear of God in everybody. Now, he like, I gotta put her away, because Steve Harvey don't have the knowledge of God. He was taught by a pastor that told him one man, one woman, that's it. Well, he felt like, oh man, I gotta get rid of her. I'm gonna go ahead and marry this woman that's for the streets. And now she didn't gave that box up to men that makes less than him. That chef don't make more than Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey is a whole TV host. He still runs radio programs on WDHS. He get that money. He get royalties from. He got so many businesses. You understand? She sat up there and had sex with someone that make less than him. And why? Because the curses that is on Israel is going to follow. The woman is going to hate the man, and the man is going to hate the woman, right? And the woman is going to end up in another man's bed because of the lack of knowledge and understanding of God, and it just being in her to want to be liberal with her body. You have something to say?
Is she a
No, she is Israelite. Yeah. You know what I mean? Steve ain't get a white girl, but I mean, you gotta look at her track record, man. It's not that good. You know what I mean? Like, and again, you know, here in the IHBK, man, we teach brothers and sisters, man, to choose wisely. You know, like if you choose wisely, man, your life would be a lot unstressful. You know, like think about it. You talking to this man, talking to this woman, getting to know him, getting to understand him. What everybody say? I mean, I had so many conversations with people where they say, well, they be lying in the beginning. Well, why do you fall for it in the beginning? You should be in your head like, okay, you know, the brother might be a brother can have a sister googly eyed. She texting him first in the morning. Good morning. You know what I mean? She's sitting up there daydreaming about him and all of that. But then you rush into it. And then you find out eventually, like, dang, this was a bad move. And a lot of people, it'd be too late. They done already got pregnant by that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what usually happens. And if we choose wisely, if we understand what the Bible is teaching us, man, we'll prevail, you understand, on a whole nother level. I had you holding something?
Come.
What I had you holding?
15 and 24, Matthew.
All right, let's get back to that.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Come on. The 12 tribes of Israel, that's who we were sent to. And that's what we got to understand. Christ came to us, man. Give me Matthew 5 and 17. Christ came to us and he was like, listen, man, I know that the nation of Israel, we're in captivity right now. I know that the ones that keeping the law and the ones that haven't kept the law and ain't keeping the law, is conflict. It's drawing us so damn far apart that we might not be able to exist in the future, right? The Most High knew he had to send Christ in to regulate everything. So what Christ did, understanding the history, Christ like, okay, all right, you were circumcised on the 8th day. This brother wasn't, right? But you can't even keep the laws of God. You don't even have love for your brother. You don't got love for your sister. So now the Most High is allowing everybody to come back. The Most High is allowing people to fix their wrongs for a time period. That's why we are under grace. That's why Christ gave that woman that was caught in adultery mercy. He could have allowed it to happen. He knew what he was doing because he knew that none of those cats there was keeping the laws of God. And he had to show us how to love one another. Man, listen, the Most High is giving us a grace period. He's going to have mercy on us. Y'all love one another. Y'all take care of one another. Love your neighbor, man. Who is your neighbor? Tom is not necessarily your neighbor. You know what I mean? Tom and what's another white person name? Get someone Brad. You understand? Brad is not your neighbor. Yes, you think of a neighbor as a community holding hands. Hell no. You understand? You know what your neighbor is? That brother that is sleeping sleeping in the streets. You understand? Always asking you for money. That's your neighbor. You understand what I'm saying? You should love that person. That's who you need to give your love to. Give those homeless people, man, some money, man. If they asking you something to drink, just get it from them. You know what I'm saying? You talking about, oh, God loves everybody. God loves that homeless man too. Go give him something. So what? You don't gotta ask him what he about to go do with the money. They might be getting a beer or something. They might would get some drugs and then go get something to eat. Who knows? But you should be willing to help. Because again, then God say, love your neighbor. Love the person that nobody loves, man. Give your love to them. You understand? Give love to your baby father. A lot of you hide behind these religions, hide behind all these so-called motivational quotes and all that nonsense. Have some love for your baby father. You know, a lot of fathers out here, they get the bad end of the stick just because the women want to be bitter. Just because, he got a new girl. I'm about to put him on child support. Have some mercy on him. Treat him how you want to get treated. Because that whole thing with Keke Palmer, everybody started tweaking. Everybody started getting mad, calling him all types of bitter and weak because it said that he's filing for custody and child support. It wasn't even true. The post wasn't even true. But seeing the reaction what people gave is like, well, do you give your homegirl or your sister or some celebrity that is openly putting a man on child support, do you actually have that energy for them? Or are you saying go get that bag, sis? Yeah. Oh, it's not bad. He got it. Well, it wasn't for Keke Palmer. Why? Because there's a hate that we have for one another. We hate our neighbor, but when we should love our neighbor. It shouldn't be men and women wars in the Black, Hispanic, Native American community. It shouldn't be that. But you find that in our communities because we don't know how to love one another. Yeah, I'm all for a woman getting corrected. I'm all for a woman getting checked. I don't got a problem with that. I don't got no problem with a brother having to be told about himself and being checked. You understand? And being told what type time he on. I don't have a problem with that. I do got a problem when there's actually something that is it's like it's just constant hate. You know what I'm saying? Christ said that he came for us. Christ said to love your brother, love your sister, love your neighbor, treat them how you want to be treated. You can't say that you love God but hate the one that travel amongst you. That's the story of the Black, Hispanic, Native American community. You got Hispanics that don't like blacks. You got blacks that don't like Hispanics. But God love everybody, right? It don't even make sense. It's just like when we celebrate holidays. How you gonna celebrate Thanksgiving? Like in the church, they celebrating Thanksgiving. Like that is just the day that they nationalized for trying to for being victors over the Native Americans that slaughtered over 100 million Native Americans. What if we celebrated the Nazis exterminating the Jewish people in the Holocaust? I bet you if we was to celebrate that, you know what happened? That's wrong. Why would you do that? Oh no, it's about us coming together. It's about love. With them, y'all. It's about unity. It ain't about all of that, man. The Nazi party, man, it was wrong. It was wrong. Jewish man or woman, it was wrong. But that's not what it's about. It's about unity. You know what they're going to say? Cancel it. They're going to protest that. But when it comes to Native Americans, give me Zephaniah 2:1. Let's get Zephaniah 2:1. When it comes to Native Americans, everybody is going to get fat. They're going to eat so many calories and put on so much weight on Thanksgiving. Your pastor is going to tell you, hey, y'all go ahead and start prepping that food now, y'all, because next week we about to get down. They're going to promote that slaughter feast of our brothers and sisters. But God's supposed to love everybody. God don't love everybody on Thanksgiving. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the problem. Black people, if they celebrated, literally, let me tell you something. If they celebrated the victories that they had over us, catching us, going into our village, going into our land and destroying it, y'all wouldn't want to celebrate that. Oh, it's about coming together. No, because you don't got love for your brother, the Native Americans. If you want to look at neighbors as everybody holding hands as Martin Luther King dream type of thought, that is idiotic, then like you don't care about the Native Americans, you selfish. It's all about you. And that's what these holidays promote, selfishness. That's why a woman on Valentine's Day, good night, don't get her a gift. Oh, you don't love me. I'm going to go get it from another man. And there's going to be some man that been all in her face, and she's going to get it from him, and she's going to give him some because you ain't get her a gift. Christmas, birthdays, where's my gift? People fight over gifts on Christmas. Your children will hate you if you don't get them a gift on Christmas. You understand? They will hate you. They will, I can't stand her. I pray you die. She's going to be crying. You're going to be crying. Oh, she died. You know what I'm saying? Like, it preaches and it teaches selfishness. And it makes you into a good slave. Every holiday, every pagan practice that you participate in that is given to you by the oppressor, you understand? You just becoming more of a good slave. Okay? Read what you got.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
God said for Hispanics, Native Americans, and blacks to come together. We are the nation that's not desired. We wasn't desired then, and we ain't desired now. Yeah, everybody like our style. Everybody like our contributions. Blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics, man, we have created this world that you see today. When you look at how buildings are being built today, it was because black men built the tools and built the the equipment so that you can make a more sturdier house. Electricity, plumbing. We was the one that showed how to do indoor residential plumbing. Before it was you was going into some bathroom or going in some dirt pile. You understand what I'm saying? But black men, because we were slaves, we was able to read blueprints. We just couldn't read the Bible. Because if we was caught being read the Bible, that was us being able to read, we would have knew that, it would have started a revolution. Look at how many revolutions started over the Bible, over the scriptures that's in it. Just read the Bible. They had the scriptures of the ones that came before them. They had the scriptures of Moses. They had the scriptures of Joseph. You understand? They had the scriptures of David. What would drive them to understand who they are and who their enemies are? Because now they have war reports of us going against the Africans, us going against white people, Arabs, East Indians, the Chinese, the Japanese. We knew who our enemies were, and we knew the crimes that they committed against us. We understood it. You understand? We understood it. Today we don't understand. we don't understand. And it's sad. It's sad. What's wrong? What's going on, brother? Ain't nothing much. We up here teaching the Bible, teaching about not being a slave. All right, read that scripture one more time.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Gather yourselves together.
Right.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
We are a nation that's not desired. Give me Galatians 5:16. We are a nation that's not desired. Nobody desires the Mexicans, but they do desire the work that they do. The Guatemalans, Negroes, all the Hispanics, all the Native Americans, they love our inventions. They love our style. Sis, white women they want what you have naturally. They want it. You understand? But it's just not in them. So now they try ways to try to contain it. They go get surgery. They try to imitate you. I just seen some woman, I guess she's a YouTuber, white woman, a YouTuber, and she basically she went and got some braids done. You know how y'all get the braids with the braiding hair in it and all that? Yeah, she went and she got that done. And they said, yo, man, why you out there trying to be like us? We outed her in the quickness. And she went and she said, yeah, she had to take it out because when she was taking it out, she found out that she had some type of, scalp issue or something like that. But like, they want to be like you, but they just can't do it. They can't be y'all. And that's why our women can't try to be like them. Men, we can't try to be like them, be like their men. Trying to be like these other nations is going to destroy you. Let's read what you got.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Hold on, right there. Read it one more time.
Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? We in the ISBK, we teach you how not to be a slave. Well, let me tell you something, right? It's crazy because a lot of things that people are saying now, we've been teaching since 1969. A lot of you brothers are now complaining about these women, and we were trying to tell you how not to be, what not to become, because we knew it was going to happen. We teach brothers how to be a head of their house, how to maintain a woman. When we said that a woman should learn how to shut her mouth and not be a clamorous dog, Well, then everybody looked at us like, oh my gosh, how can you talk to a black woman like that? You can't do that. Now you know what men is saying? Damn, y'all need to learn how to be quiet. When we said that a man can have more than one wife, we've been teaching that since 1969. And you know what men said? Man, you can't do that, man. That's not right. That ain't of God. What is men saying now? Yeah, man, you know, man, yeah, a man can have more than one wife. You know that, right? I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, oh yeah, man, I'm the head of the house. Before it was, that's crazy. No, you don't, man. You know you ain't God. You ain't God. A woman got some say so. Nobody never said a woman don't got say so. You just the head of her and everybody else. Now you hear what men saying? The man is the head. I'm trying to teach y'all, but the thing is, a lot of people don't want to deal with the truth, right? So we were seen as the people that was wrong. When we tell people, we've been telling people that they was Israelites from 1969. Well, people said that we was wrong and we was ridiculed for it. People would try to make fun of us. Now people was walking around like, yeah, man, I'm an Israelite. Yeah, shalom, brother, shalom. Yeah, man, I know I'm an Israelite. Yeah, da. And it's like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But we looked at it as wrong even to this day for teaching the truth. People don't want the truth. So you know what happened? They don't want to hear the truth. Now you walking around with bullets inside of you because you ain't want to listen. Most of them young guys that you see at that camp, some of them ain't even alive anymore because they walked past that camp and the word of God was out and they didn't want to listen. They might have said, man, F out of here, old head. Man, y'all some weirdos. No. Online, probably did the same thing. They probably not even alive no more. you understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, it makes it where it says, since they don't want to be told the truth, they want to be prophesied smooth words.
Oh man. Oh my gosh. That's basically what coincide with this. Like, we're not going to give you smooth words. We lead the pastor to give smooth words. You know what I'm saying? IUIC is going to give you smooth words. You understand? We're not doing that. We're going to tell you what it is. You either going to accept it or leave it. You want to keep thinking that you can be a dragon in a relationship, guess what? You're going to die alone. You're going to be looking for love late in your life because you don't know how to operate a home. Like, how can you have a good foundation in the family if you're just a dragon? Like, your kids is going to think that that's okay. Like, mommy was a dragon, so this is what I do need. I mean, I love mommy, and mommy, she was a dragon. I should be a dragon too. Now your daughter thinking that she can go be a dragon with these men, and then you brothers allowing that dragon to reign supreme. You know what's going to happen? She's going to think that she can do that to a young man out here, and she's going to get herself hurt. It happens every day. You know how many women sit up there and press a man buttons? I seen it. My brother, oh my gosh. This was like during the pandemic. We came back. His wife was watching the kids. She complaining, oh, where y'all at? Hey, we bringing food back. Everybody hungry, right? We're bringing food back. Okay, boom. You'll think everybody happy. She's still trying to complain about it. He like, all right, I understand. We got people here. I don't care about that. So she kept poking the bear. Just leave me alone. Her girlfriend even tell her, just leave him alone. Now, mind you, the brother was trying, and he got his own issues, right? And this ain't the first time that this stuff happens. She know he got issues, suffer from PTSD, all types of medical illnesses, but he does not project it on people. That's not his character. But if you keep poking a bear, someone that been locked up for a good amount of time in their life, you poking a damn grizzly bear, it's going to bite. Well, he had her hemmed up in the quickness. I'm like, oh, snaps. I had to break it up. I'm like, yo, chill, man. What the hell is going on? I said, yo, we keep trying to tell you to chill. This is what she's still poking the bear. No. Now, imagine if he ain't have, okay, what he did was wrong. You never want to be emotional like that. But he didn't go to the limit that I know he can go. Some cats out here will go to that limit with your daughter or with you. You don't know how to pick, man. You're teaching your daughter that it's a whole formula of madness. You got to stop brewing up the formula of madness. You need to brew up a formula of success, of good foundation. So when we try to tell you the truth, receive it. Or you're going to be another person that's complaining about getting put on child support. You left with the kid all by yourself, and you don't know how you're going to make it happen. I just seen some woman unalived herself because she was a single parent. And she was doing it by herself, and she couldn't take it anymore, and she took her own life. You understand? Like, it's a formula that we got to follow, and that's what the Most High gave. Let's go back to what you was reading.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Keep going.
Oh, Salah. Verse 17. They zealously affect you, but not well. Yea, they would exclude you, that ye might affect them. Verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
But it is good to be zealously affected, always in a good thing.
Always make sure, man, you on your A game. Make sure that you're on your A game. A slave ain't on the A game, but someone that is free is. You understand? The scriptures set you free. You understand? Like, yeah, okay. Physically, you are under the white man's kingdom, right? But spiritually and mentally, they don't got that. You understand what I'm saying? You do what the Most High say to do. The Most High said, I send many hunters and many gatherers. He said, I send sheep, you understand, amongst wolves. And we act as serpents. You understand? Someone that you don't even see coming. Listen, people be in the world, they don't understand the men in the ISBK, nor the women. You understand what I'm saying? The whole time, we the ones that is carrying on. People want to talk about ancestors. We got the spirit of the runaway niggas. you understand what I'm saying? Like, we got that spirit. We got that spirit of the runaway niggas. Like, we actually gonna sit up there and we actually gonna sit up there and be like, hey man, we at the slave, yo man, planting seeds. We planting seeds at the slave. Yeah, man, you see, man, these white people always doing that. That's me. I'm like, man, these white people always be doing the most. They be like, yeah, man. I was like, man, I feel like a Hebrew slave. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, you know what I mean? And once all that build up, I'm like, yeah, man. That's why I go out on the street corners, man, and make them kiss our boots. What? Yeah, man. You know, like, I'm not saying I always use that formula, but, you know, our people got to learn the truth. We got to be on our A game, man. We can't continue to be asleep. Like, if you stuck in the Matrix, man, in 2023, you better hurry up and get out of there, man. Because this is only going to get worse. They want our children to be more stuck on stupid. They focusing on the parents to be stuck on stupid. That's why this whole gay movement, the whole pride movement is being pushed so heavily, because if they can make the parents and the adults be okay with it, then the children be okay with it, and then that means that there's more people for them to have in their community, so that they can try to have some somewhat political power or some type of power over the black, Hispanic, Native American family. Because if the black men want to be with black men and black women want to be with black, or they don't want to do the natural thing that God sent us out to do. Well, what happened is the black community starts to dwindle down. Now you're going to see, instead of kids seeing masculine black men with boots, braids, and no shape ups and all that, and garments, well, they're going to see a man wearing nail polish. That's what artists is doing right now. Rappers is wearing nail polish. Since when do rappers wear nail polish? When you think about rap, you think about the ones that was gritty, Onyx, DMX, Biggie Smalls, Tupac, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, all of those cats, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't wearing no darn nail polish. They was wearing starter hats and all the latest gear that black people was putting together. Shout out to Dapper Dan. You know what I mean? That's how we was rocking it. We had our own style. Now, the style we following and what the black community and Hispanic Native American community is starting to cross over to is, it's okay that a man wear nail polish. He ain't gay. That brother, man, he's not straight if he's wearing nail polish on his nails. Drake just had his hair pinned up with pink pins in his head. And then a couple of times after that, he had his nails done like a female. Had on, like, he didn't get the fake nails, but he had them painted. And I'm like, yo, what in the world? And then the part that hurt in my soul, man, he had on a state property shirt, long sleeve. I want that state property shirt. Well, when I see him, I was like, yeah, I like that shirt. Whoa, hold up now. Drake had he had yellow painted nails. I said, yo, you gonna wear a state property jacket and then wear yellow nails? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that is crazy. Go ahead.
And what you bring out is so heavy, sir. Like, it's crazy. The kids would see homosexual men in our communities, but another thing they'll see is a decrease in the population in our community because of the LGBTQ lifestyle, alternative lifestyle.
Yo, and another part that's crazy I see the time too. No, you good. I'm actually 5 minutes before you announcing it. You'll also see, remember, the Jewish community runs the record labels. So if they run the record labels, right? Who got money invested in private prisons? Okay. Private prisons, the music industry, the court system. Okay, let's add it all up. So now, instead of you promoting and like, white people is not putting out people that's really destructive to their people. Like, Jewish people wouldn't give their children these record labels. They're not going to allow their kids to listen to that. But they allow our kids to listen to it. We got Lear Cohen literally on a black platform saying, my family got to eat. The opioid problem is bad, but my family got to eat. I'm not going to stop promoting these guys that want to talk about drugs. I'm going to give them money. Why? Because it's profitable for us to be at a low state. When black people try to go out, that's famous, and they say that they are Jews, they get hit with, oh, that's anti-Semitic. You being anti-Semitic. because they said that Jews is black. Oh, that's anti-Semitic. Well, let's be honest. To be anti-Semitic, that means I gotta be anti myself. Because Shem wasn't white people didn't just come from Shem. Okay? Talking about Edomites. Black people came from Shem too. You understand? Who else came from Shem? Arabs, Chinese, the Japanese. They Shemitic people too. You understand what I'm saying? So we can easily say, oh, they're anti-Semitic. How am I? I'm a Jew. Oh, so I'm not a Jew? What disqualifies me? That's what I'm saying. Like it's a whole formula of madness that they try to spew and put together, but we got to be the ones to reverse it, right? It's a way to get them molecules back to atoms. We got to be able to look at what they're trying to do and know what we got to do, right? Let's keep reading because I know we're coming up on time.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
But it is good to be zealously affected always in a good thing, and not only when I am present with you.
Go ahead.
Verse 19. My little children, of whom I travail in birth again until Christ be formed in you. Verse 20. I desire to be present with you now.
Is this 5 and 20?
Oh, slide. No, that was 4:20.
Okay, that's why I was sitting there wondering. Start at verse 16.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 16. This I say then, walk in the Spirit.
Walk in the Spirit. Always remember that. You walk in the Spirit, there's no way you can be a slave. You understand? You're not going to be a slave to a Newport. You're not going to be a slave to pornography. You're not going to be a slave to sex. You understand? Unlawful sex. You're not going to be a slave to drugs. You're not going to be a slave to hating your own people. You're actually going to be living in the Spirit. Let's keep going.
And ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
You listen, man. You are constantly, every day fighting your flesh.
That's right.
The powers that be want you to feed the flesh. They want you to hate. And I'm not talking. Hate is good. It's not always bad. There's a good hate and a bad hate. The hate that we gotta hate the conditions that we're in. We gotta hate the fact that we actually hate one another and can't love one another. We have to hate our enemies.
Right.
Because with us hating our enemies, that's how we understand that we must stand our ground. So what do that mean? If I'm telling you to go out and harm people, no. It's about knowing who your enemy is. It's about not conforming to what the enemy wants you to do. You understand what I'm saying? Like the enemy, this is what the enemy wants you to do, right? The enemy wants you to love drugs. They want you to sell drugs. That's why in the 80s, it was nothing but drugs being pushed in our communities. Hey, yeah, brother, you can come on in. Yeah, you can come on in, brother. Ain't no problem. Yeah. So when it's telling us to walk in the Spirit, right? Walking in the Spirit is going to make you very wise. You understand what I'm saying? Like, think about this. If I walk in the Spirit, right? If I live in the Spirit, I'm not going to go pick up a gun and say, I got to go kill somebody I got to go unalive one of the ops because they unalive my brother. They unalive my sister. You understand? They did my people wrong. So now I got to go make them hurt. Well, when does the hurt ever stops? What's going on, brother? You need a Bible?
No, sir, just here to listen.
All right, no problem. Right now we at Galatians 5 and 16. Right, let's read from the top so the brother can catch up on what we talking about.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
So, in order for you to understand the Spirit, you got to understand what God taught us throughout the Bible of the Old Testament, right? In the Christian church, they tell you, don't worry about the Old Testament. They treat the Old Testament like it's like something that you just spit on the ground. Like it's such a bad thing. You want to know why? Because it actually destroys everything that they try to teach, right? So to walk in the Spirit, you know what you can do? You can't eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. You can't. When you tell someone that you can't eat those unlawful foods, what happens? I don't know if I can do that. Or you can ask them, what makes you stop keeping? Why can't you keep the law? What law you can't keep? So when you ask them what law you can't keep, now it's going to show up as pork, right? Or drug addiction, or whoredom. They can't leave them women for the streets alone. They can't put down the cigarette or weed. They can't put down the shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. They can't do that. Well, really, it sounds as though that you're being lazy. It sounds that you don't want to fight. You want to be a good slave, right? That's why it's being taught right here that you need to walk in the Spirit and not in the flesh. Because if you walk in the flesh, you're going to feed your lust. So what happens nowadays? When someone want to get high, somebody right now is buying an 8-ball. Somebody right now is buying a QP and a half to get high with. Instead of them saying, or them pills, knowing that the pills get cut with fentanyl. You know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying? So you sitting up there, instead of them fighting that urge to want to get high and save some money in their pocket, I'm walking in the flesh. The flesh like, come on, let's get high, right? Literally, your body, because you actually, that's what that a dopamine, because you know about the dopamines, right, brother?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Those endorphins and stuff like that. So what happened is, you know the feeling that everybody has with the happiness? That's a chemical that your body gives off, right? When you have sex, your body gives off that chemical. When you get high, it gives off that chemical. But that chemical being produced so much can be harmful because now that is what's helping cause the addiction. You get what I'm saying? So you got some people that has a love for the gym, right? And that is a real good way of producing that chemical, right? But here's the thing. You don't want to feed those some of those things of the flesh. A lot of those things of the flesh would destroy you. That's why you got to be wise on what you prioritize. Because the things that you prioritize can destroy you. You can sit up there and say, man, I got to get this money. I got to get this money. I got to get this fame. I got to get this fame. I gotta get on. Dang, man, I want her. You know what I'm saying? Before you know it, that girl that you wanted, she probably got AIDS or HIV or gonorrhea or something. Or herpes. Herpes is real. I think everybody be forgetting that, brother. You know what I'm saying? People forgetting that there's STDs and HPVs out here. You know what I'm saying? Like people be out here talking about, I see it on the internet all the time. I ain't wearing no condom. I'm going raw. I'm like, I be looking at my phone like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they like, I don't care. I take risk every day, B. And that's the guys that women, because they don't walk in the Spirit. When they walk in that flesh, boy, they walking into a bad situation. You dig what I'm saying? They sitting there, they laid down with that cat. He done laid down with a bunch of other women that is easy, just like you, and he didn't protect himself. So now he's coming to you, and then a couple days later, you going to the bathroom. I ain't feeling so right. You know, you wake up in the morning, you look down at yourself, it ain't looking so right. You know what I'm saying? You getting weird spots on you, it ain't looking so right because you're living in the flesh. And that's actually, man, that is the Lord punishing you. You understand? That's why he allowed those diseases and viruses to be alive. Because it's a lesson to you and to other people. To other people, yeah, y'all see that this person got herpes, right? They gotta live with that for the rest of their life. They got AIDS and HIV. You see that, right? They gotta live with that for the rest of their life. Monkeypox. Remember monkeypox? They said it felt like I was sitting on a shard of glass. Why do you feel like you was sitting on a shard of glass? You find out about monkeypox. Dang, Mikey, you get taller every time I see you. You find out why the monkeypox is there because that's where the sin was. You get what I'm saying, bro? Like that's where the sin was. The sin was where the sun don't shine. You know what I'm saying? And that was a lesson for us. We better watch. One, we better never cross that road. And two, you understand, we better watch who we lay with because it was women getting it too. And when you check their background, they was laying down with men that was getting down like that. You understand? So, boom. Let's keep reading.
God. Verse 17. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh.
So the body and the spirit is always at war with one another. Let's talk about it. It might be a woman that you know that you should not sleep with. Right? You might be trying to fight that drug addiction. Right? Your body want to get high. Like ask somebody that was kicking a pill or a dope addiction. Your body wants that dope. You know what I'm saying? It wants the dope. It's craving for it. An alcoholic, someone that's an alcoholic, they're constantly, you good, brother. We got you secure here, brother. I got you. Someone that is an alcoholic, and they trying to stop drinking, right? Their body is like, yo, let's drink. But up here, spiritually, you fighting. No, I'm gonna have to fight this. I had to get this monkey off of my back. I'm gonna have to fight. You understand? Because your body is always at war with your spirit. And it's wise to understand that so that you'll understand how to fight. And here we're going to show you how to destroy demons, not to entertain them.
Right.
You understand? You got to cast out those demons. And I'm going to tell you why, because we got children and other people that look up to us that need to learn how to do it. You understand? Like, there's no way in the world my children is supposed to see me being weak under some damn drugs, being weak under women. They ain't going to see that. My children, I'm thankful that my children will never see me get high. Because back in the day, I used to get high. But when I came in here, I cleaned myself up. Stopped getting high. Stopped chasing at the hoes. I stopped doing all those evil things. And I started to serve the Lord. Now that I got children, while I've been in here, my children ain't going to never see me run the streets. They ain't going to never see me with a illegal firearm. They not going to never see me selling drugs and coming in high as hell, smelling like a damn weed farm. You understand? They ain't going to find dirty guns and drugs in the closet. You understand what I'm saying? But we got to ask yourself this. What would your children see of your wickedness? You understand? You got to ask yourself that. When you ask yourself that, you got to be honest. Right? Let's keep going.
Oh, God. And the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary, the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. verse 18. But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh.
Now, real quick, when it said that we are not under the law, right? You know what that means, brother? Read that part again.
Oh God. But if ye be led of the Spirit,
It says you be led of the Spirit. Keep going.
ye are not under the law.
You are not under the law. Do you know what that means, brother? Say it one more time.
Not living God's life. Not under the law. You're breaking covenant. No.
Nope. You want to give it another shot? Read it one more time.
But if ye be led of the Spirit,
If you be led of the Spirit, so we broke down the Spirit. You kind of get that, right? Keeping God's commandments, right? Keeping the commandments of God, that's you living in the Spirit, right? Read it one more time.
but if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law.
Ye are not under the law. So what does it mean not being under the law?
If you don't have strength to fight your flesh.
Nope. I'm gonna just give it to you for time's sake. What it means is you got Christians that would go to this, right? And will say that, see, we don't have to keep the law. Because it said, if you walk in the Spirit. See, in Christianity, they make it seem like the Spirit is, you know, that gospel music. You see how the Christian church, how they try to preach to you in the Spirit of Jesus, and is whatever doctrine that they're trying to give you, right? But the Spirit of God just said that living in the Spirit, meaning that you don't walk in the flesh. Well, you're gonna have to find out what does it mean to walk in the flesh. So we're gonna actually go into the fruit of the Spirit eventually, right? But right now, we're talking about the works of the flesh. When it says that you are not under the law, meaning you do security, right? Work, right? It's, if you put the handcuffs on somebody, what usually happens? Cop comes there to actually make the arrest, right? And what does the cop usually say to that person? Go check on that, check outside, see if that's my car. Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah, just check it out, Bubba Show. So when you when that cop come there and they gotta read somebody their rights, what they usually say to them? What's the first thing that they say?
I'm not sure.
You're under arrest. That's what it means to be under the law. So when you go in, and this is why you got to know the Old Testament, right? Knowing the Old Testament, you will know why it said that you're not under the law if you keep the commandments of God. Because if, let's say, right, you in here, right? You're not breaking the laws of God, is it? Because you in here, you learn. You just sitting there and you listening, right? Now, let's say, boom, you go home, right? You go home, and let's say you do something that is against God, right? And let's say, and this is how the Old Testament worked. I'm going to take you out the equation. Let's say that the men in here, right? All of us in here, we court somebody in adultery. We court a man going inside a married woman's house. And when we walked past that window, we heard something going on. And we waited. The men was alerted, right? We was alerted. Let's say the sister heard it. She called us. Hey, excuse me. I think that I seen this man go inside this married woman home, and I think that they in there committing adultery, right? She's supposed to call us. This is how the Old Testament worked, because the priests enforced the law, right? If we go there, we either knock at the door, and what usually happens? Somebody got to go in that back door You know what I mean? We gotta check that back door. Somebody gonna be in that front. We gonna knock at that door. What seems to be the problem, priest? How you doing, sir? Yeah, we was given word that you was in here with another man. Can we search the house? You know what I'm saying? We go in there, we find that man with no clothes on. We see everything, right? Boom. Now their life is on the line. If they get found guilty, they get put to death. You know what I'm saying? So that's her being under the law. That's that man being under the law. You have trespassed the commandments of God. You trespass the law. Now you're under it. Now you're you about to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Now, and because we are in the New Testament, Christ gave us mercy. We have a grace period, right? Hold where you at. Give me give me Romans 6:1. We are under grace now. Grace runs out. Everybody agree? Like if you might get a 30-day grace period on your utility bill, right? Eventually that grace gonna run out. It's not gonna be forever. So this is what we gotta understand about not being under the law. We live in the spirit. Go ahead.
Romans chapter 6, verse 1. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound?
Say it one more time.
What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound?
So because the priests don't come out, that's what it means to be under grace. I mean that the priests can't come out and unalive you, right? Certain punishments can go through because it can be life or death situation, right? We all have an opportunity to get it together. You get what I'm saying? And this is going to explain in the next verse.
Verse 2, God forbid.
God what?
God forbid.
God forbids us to break the laws. Why? Because when we break the laws of God, let me tell you how important the laws is, right? What's the issues that we have in Philadelphia today, if you don't mind me asking? Drugs and gun violence, right? If we were to keep the laws of God, not doing drugs, selling drugs, loving one another, not murdering one another, within our community, if we keep the commandments of God, wouldn't you say that our community wouldn't be where it's at today?
Yes.
Right, let's get that brother in hand. Like it's simple. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a simple equation to it. Like in here we deal with solutions. We don't just talk about the problems, we deal with it. That's why in here you don't see us hating one another. You know what I'm saying? Like you was at the door, you was like, I don't know, I got my bear. I said, come on, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because why? In a Christian church, they'll tell you, oh, you can't have that in here, brother. That is wrong. But in the Bible, it said that a man can drink strong drink. There's nothing wrong with it. He also said, man, drink that drink because you might be at a low state at that time. Go drink you something and go talk to your brothers. You dig what I'm saying? Like God is a nigga. I don't think that people truly understand that. Like God is a nigga. Like if you see how he come through, you'll be like, dang, that's a nigga. Even in the book of Daniel, it said that God was seen in the image of a black man with woolly hair, with black skin. Christ was a black man. You dig what I'm saying? We got to take away that whole mindset that these men was white and that they got some white spirit. Nuh-uh. They was niggas. You understand? The Most High, man, he have given us grace. He said, don't commit sin because now you under grace. You ain't supposed to do that. You better keep these laws so that ye can actually live for a long time, that your families can live for a long time, that y'all communities can live for a long time. It works. Now Isupk is the proof of it. Like we don't fight. Brothers don't fight in this school. Like we masculine as hell. Guess what? We have love for one another. and it's not different for people that's not inside the school. You understand? Yeah, go ahead.
What verses that stated that
Stated what?
about a man being able to drink strong?
Give me the scripture. Find the scripture where it says, give strong drink. Just type in the give strong drink. I think it's in the book of Psalms. He's gonna get it. But yeah, it's nothing wrong with drinking. It's a problem with being a drunkard. Like you get drunk and then you're beating on your wife. That's evil. You get drunk and now you falling out everywhere, getting arrested, DUIs. You're a drunkard. You know what I'm saying? If you drink and you are shaming yourself, you're shaming the school, you're shaming your wife, your family, more importantly, the Most High. Like you can agree that you're an Israelite or not. God said that blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans are Israelites. That's our forefather. Well, none of us can go out and get drunk. Like, can you imagine a police officer having to knock on your car door? You passed out or you done crashed the wheel and he see black skin. This is just another nigga. That's what you want them to say? No, this is the image that they need to have. Surely these people are a wise and understanding nation. You got the scripture?
Okay.
Let's read it.
Proverbs chapter 31, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Give strong drink unto him.
Read it one more time.
Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish.
That is ready to perish. So let's say, man, your homeboy call you up, right? He going through something with his old lady, children acting crazy and all that. Mom might have passed away, father might have passed away. They call you. Hey man, I'm gonna pull up on you, man. I got a little bit of some strong, man. Let me, you know what I mean? We can go ahead, you know what I mean? Let's go ahead and rap about it. Boom, boom, boom. Get that brother some of that strong drink, man. You show him brotherhood. Guarantee that brother is actually something is gonna break through to that brother. You understand? If you take the counsel, because you know you can lead somebody to the water, you gotta be willing to drink it. But the Most High said that you can drink strong drink. Same way you can drink wine. Christ drank wine. You know what I'm saying? Wine is strong. I don't think that people understand. You know what I'm saying? Telesport is 18%. Some of the best wine that's out there. You understand? Damn right. Let's get teleport in. You know what I'm saying? You can drink. There's nothing wrong with it. The issue is you shouldn't drink, and I'm talking to you sisters, you shouldn't drink and now you twerking on the headlights in the streets. You twerking all in the club and you just making yourself look bad. Brothers, you shouldn't get drunk and you falling out and you crashing out and you fighting, picking fights. Don't do that. But there's nothing wrong with drinking. Can you get drunk? Yes, there's nothing wrong with it. That's what drinking is going to get you to. You understand? A lot of children is made in this world because people that got drunk. You're like, you know what I mean? You sitting there, you looking at your wife, you like, She hit you up that next month. Hey, babe, I'm late. He's like, I know I should have never got drunk. Ain't nothing wrong with it, though. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you're doing it in moderation, do everything in moderation, right? But getting high, you can't get high. Can't sell drugs. Can't be an evil bastard. Can't do it. You understand? We can drop that. Let's go back to Galatians 5 and 19. All right, 5 and 19. You can go back to that.
Galatians chapter 5, verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery.
Adultery. Having sex with another man's wife, all in another man's wife face and all of that, and you understand, leave her alone. Ain't that deep.
We have different forms of marriage.
Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, just my fault. Yeah, you just raise your hand. Yeah, go ahead.
I apologize. We have different forms of marriage.
Mm-hmm.
People are married them under the Quran. People are married them under the Bible.
Right.
Same-sex marriages.
Mm-hmm.
Bible.
Right.
What would be actually considered a marriage?
You know what to find it at? Genesis 26. Genesis 26 and 67, 64. Sex is marriage. Now, a man can have more than one wife. That's in the Bible. Man can have as many wives as he can take care of. Sex is marriage, though. You gotta think about it. If you look at sex as marriage, man and woman, you would now no longer think with your rod or think with your vagina. You dig what I'm saying? Because yeah, you want to have this casual sex. That chick look good, right? Black, Hispanic, Native woman is the best looking thing on earth. None can top it. I had somebody trying to tell me, oh, African woman is the best woman in the world. You gotta be, I can't curse. I can't say the word I want to say. You gotta be kidding me, man. Is you tripping? Have you seen Black, Hispanic, Native American women? You know what I'm saying? Have y'all seen them Native American sisters?
I'm Native American.
Good night. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen the West Indian sisters? The you know what I mean? The sisters of Black America. Have you seen them? You understand? They got the Hispanic sisters. They literally got women around the world trying to look like them, trying to match their beauty, trying to fill their lips up, trying to make the breasts and the butt bigger and the hourglass shaped hips and all of that. They doing that to try to look like our woman. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's ridiculous. You understand? When it comes down to marriage, though, because I'm looking at this time, I gotta hurry up. When it comes down to marriage, sex is marriage. All right, you can have many women as you want, but do it in moderation, right? You can only deal with your own people, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You can't go marry some white girl. You can't go have sex with some white girl. You can't go have sex with African women. You can't have sex with no other nation, but that's in the Bible. I'm gonna try to run through these scriptures so we can just give you the understanding. Go a little bit over time, just a little bit. All right, Mr. Yat. All right. So let's read what you got.
All right. Genesis chapter 24, verse 67.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaac brought, well, I'll start at 66.
Okay.
Verse 66. And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. Verse 67. And Isaac brought her into his mother's Sarah's tent.
So this is Isaac and Rebecca about to get married, right? They didn't have no, he didn't give her no ring. She didn't wear no big behind white dress. It wasn't no pastor sitting there making them read vows and all of that. This was adult understanding of the two parties, understanding that the vow is, I can never leave you, you can never leave me. That's the deal. Read it.
Okay. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah.
And what?
Took Rebekah.
And took her. Meaning that he had sex with Rebecca. Go ahead.
And she became his wife.
She became his what?
Wife.
Became his wife. You dig what I'm saying, brother? Like that's sex. That was marriage right there. Adam had sex with Eve. They was married. You understand? Isaac married Rebecca. You got Jacob. He had more than one wife. The woman that he laid down with. Remember, he married Leah first. He wasn't supposed to marry Leah. He worked 7 years for what was her name? Rachel. Yeah, no, you good. He worked 7 years for Rachel. He said, I want Rachel. They got his ass drunk. I told you about that getting drunk, right? got him drunk. LeBron said, "Hey, put this on. You gonna go in there? Got him nice and drunk. Go ahead and get your man." Man, he married Leah. He was pissed. He said, "Hey, man, what you doing? Yo, man, I'm gonna work another 7 years, man, for you. I'm gonna be a servant. I'm getting your daughter. I'm tying fire to your daughter, nigga. You gonna find out today." And that's what he did. He got Rachel and tied fire to Rachel. He had both of them. Now, the law changed. It was like, hey, y'all can't marry sisters no more. Because it was a whole issue with that. You understand what I'm saying? So now, when you go inside the Bible, you got to find out who you can marry, right? Give me, you know what I want? Deuteronomy 7:3. Now I'm going to show you interracial marriage is a sin. And you cannot have sex with other nations. You cannot sit up there and try to marry them. A lot of Black, Hispanic, Native American men, we be drawing because we actually give up on our women. We give up on Black, Hispanic, Native American women and say, well, Black women is too hard to deal with. No, it's just that you don't know how to pick them, right? Not every woman is a damn dragon. You just don't, one, you might be lacking something. You know what I'm saying? That whole alpha male mentality. Your personas might just seem you might just look weak, nigga. I'm gonna be honest. Right? You might just look weak.
Right.
You might not got no understanding. You might hate your mother. A whole bunch of things. Here's the thing. You should never turn your back on your people. Even women of our nation. Like, you's a traitor if you go, instead of you giving your love and commitment, passing down your life earnings, if something was to happen to you, at least you would give it back to your people. At least that Black, Hispanic, Native American woman can say, yeah, my husband left this fortune with me, I'm gonna give it to my kids. And now that fortune stays in the Black community. What happens to a lot of these celebrities, Black celebrities and sports athletes? They usually marry some white girl. The white girl like, oh yeah, I can get all that money. Ooh-wee. And she would literally leave him, take all his money, get him on child support, and then go marry a white man. That's how it goes, right? But it's even deeper than that. When we marry outside of our race, outside of our people, what happens is now we actually give our power over to another people. So you brothers out there, y'all want to be eating potato salad with raisins and carrots in it. You know what I'm saying? He said, oh, hell no. That hurt his soul back there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be eating casserole with all types of, you wondering, what the hell is that? You like, Susie, what the hell is you feeding me? And the blackness is going to come out of you. But you're going to be at the 4th of July cookouts, you understand, just looking like a good black dog. You understand? You're going to serve their gods. How are you going to be in a house with a white woman? You laying all the rod down. You better not say God is black and Jesus is black. You're going to be eyeballed. You understand? She's going to be looking for an exit out. You can't be radical with a white woman by your side. How you going to be a rebellious? How you going to serve Christ? I ain't talking about in a Christian way. How you going to serve Christ with a white woman by your side? How you going to lead a revolution? Can you imagine the Black Panthers literally with a white woman by their side? Black power! Like, can you imagine? Black power! You got a whole white woman by your side. Like, it don't even make sense. Like, yeah, black power. Well, brother, why you couldn't marry none of us? You know what I mean? The sister's like, yo, you couldn't marry one of us? You went and got down with a dog who we against? You know what I'm saying? Let's read what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3.
Yeah.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them, that thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
Read a verse above. Show.
Verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them.
One verse above.
Verse 1. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it,
Wherever you go, wherever the Most High send us to go to possess it, go ahead.
and have cast out many nations.
Had cast out many nations. That mean that, man, we done went to war, man, and got them out of that land. You understand what I'm saying? We had got them out that land and we took it for ours. Go ahead.
Oh God. Before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites.
Mm-hmm.
7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
So these other 7 nations, right? This is what you gotta know. Some people that try to make it complicated. This is those that are our enemies. Okay? We have enemies. It's in the Bible. It said that you will serve thy enemies. And they will have a yoke of iron upon thy neck. They would make you, they won't have they won't regard the old or the new. I mean, the old and the young. They're going to treat you with harsh punishment. They're going to try to destroy you. They're going to take away our culture and give us religion. We're going to serve their gods, right? So what you're reading right here is identifying who the enemy is. Like, you can't go to war without knowledge. You can't live life and be prosperous serving God without knowledge. It's impossible. You can never make your child you're going to make your child a slave if you don't give them the knowledge that Christ gave to his men. His men understood, don't be a slave. You fight, be priests, be the saints, raise up this nation. Teach them what I taught you, how not to live in the flesh, but live in the spirit, right? That's what Christ taught. And we got to teach the same thing. Well, we got to also teach who our enemies are. Well, this right here we're reading about is the enemies that we had at that time. This is not even all of it, but in this exact area, this is where all the people was at. You dig what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
Oh God. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them.
The Most High said, man, we're going to destroy them. This is the Most High telling us to do what? Kill. But I thought that it says, thou shalt not kill. Really, the real translation is, thou shalt not murder. You get what I'm saying, bro? So when you look at the doctrine that the white man gave us, he told us, oh, don't be violent. Pray to that white God. Pray to that white Jesus that we gave you. Obey your masters, right? And he's saying that they the slave masters. And they the masters that the Bible was talking about. That's a slave doctrine. And they still teach it today. We just don't understand because we don't have the knowledge of God, the true knowledge of God. Well, only where you find that knowledge is in here. Let's keep going.
Oh God. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them.
What that sound like, brother? It said that these other nations, these 7 nations, was greater than us. They said, don't make no covenant. Don't have no mercy with them. Put them down. What that sound like to you?
Sound like war.
Sound like, let's get that brother in hand. You know what I'm saying? It sound like war. You know what I'm saying? And the nation of Israel is about war. That's why when you come in here, you're going to see swords. You're going to see helmets. You're going to see soldiers. In ISUK, we is the army of the Lord because the Lord always had an army on earth. See, the Christian church wants you to think that the Lord don't have an army on the earth. He have prayer warriors. That sounds gay as hell. Prayer warriors. Spirit. No man should be spared dancing in a goddamn congregation. Man should be putting on boots. Man should be sitting up there teaching the people how to serve God and how to keep this nation from not going down into piss. Y'all understand? Like, that's what a man's supposed to be doing. The Most High telling us right here, don't have mercy on them because they don't deserve mercy for the crimes that they have committed against the Most High, against us. Let's keep going.
Verse 4, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods.
That they must serve other gods. Keep going.
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly.
So is that talking about the marriages? Is that talking about the marriages?
No.
It sounds like you missed a part.
No.
7 and 3?
Oh, I just finished 3. I went to 4. I'll read verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
So it's talking about these other nations. Like you said, our enemies, right? Because it was talking about war. It said don't make marriages with them. Go ahead.
Thy daughters, thy daughter, thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
So we always was big on family, right? So a father always had jurisdiction over, his daughter, right? She's single. Don't matter if she's 25, 30, whatever. That man got to go to that father. He got to pay that dowry. He got to get that woman the correct way, right? That's how Israel always was. Now, it's laws that say that necessarily you don't have to go to the father. You know what I'm saying? But you still gonna have to cash out. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a sin for a man to have sex with his woman and say it's his. But that's what happened to Christ, his father and mother. Christ wasn't born from no damn angel or the Most High coming down having sex with a mortal like they try to do in the Greek mythology belief. Joseph tied fire to Mary, and they got married, but he was afraid of public humiliation of her and him because, like, even in here in the ISBK, we have a 6-month rule. If you sit up there and have sex with a woman, or a man and woman have sex in here, and it's under our jurisdiction, right? General captains have signed off on it, and you break that 6-month rule, or you ain't get the counsel that you're supposed to get to try to say, hey, we're gonna marry. So those in those apartments that is over the marriage department, they gonna look at you like you unwise. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't so wise for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to. It don't really look good on your jacket. It shows that you kind of like discipline. It shows that you don't really honor, what we do here in Israel. You dig what I'm saying? And that's why he was ashamed and he wanted to put her away. Like, yo, man, I gotta keep her away from the public eye and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The angel was like, yo, chill, man. Christ coming. Boom. All right. So we about to wrap it up. So right here, it said don't marry into other nations. I'm gonna give you this one more scripture, then we gotta get out of here. Give me Esdras, the 8th chapter and 84th verse. We're just gonna run through that real quick, so you can, I know you.
My brother, I told my brother,
Who, Barzal? The one that you was talking to the other day?
Yeah.
I know you're talking
about. I wasn't sure whether I was gonna have to start back to work today or not, but I did. So since then I remember, because I come through here, my daughter goes to school across the street.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter was kind of like a situation with her because she's married to an African. Me and her got together years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, when we decided to have overtaken sex, she got pregnant. He said that she couldn't get pregnant. She's been having a whole time unprotected sex over here with him. She never got pregnant. She had unprotected sex with me. Baby was born.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the situation is that I don't have a place. I'm working for a partner. I'm doing all I can do to try to follow.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't some success with it, but it's still things that come all the way full circle. I'm getting ready to get a DNA test done to make sure that the baby's mine, then she can divorce him. Because he's not faithful to her, he doesn't really care about her. She's a young, beautiful lady, light skin. Most African guys don't deal with light skin.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, right? Your situation, you have to get up. No problem. Yeah, he gonna let you up. So, yeah, I'm gonna talk to you off the camera. That's more of a counsel situation. That's more of a counsel situation. But to pretty much end, I'm gonna read the scripture since the brother, you know what I mean, he handling his business. Are you back? All right, let's hurry up and get the scripture real quick so we can get out of here. We're kind of over the time. I ain't trying to get the phone call. First Esdras 8 and 84. 84.
First Esdras chapter 8, verse 84. Therefore now shall ye not join your daughters unto their sons.
Go ahead.
Neither shall ye take their daughters unto your sons.
Go ahead.
Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
Now, someone want to try to be technical and, you know, saying that, oh man, you know, that was at that time. It's still at this time right here too. All right. It was a law. It's a law that we are not supposed to sleep with other nations, only the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. Keep going.
That ye may be strong.
That ye may be strong.
And eat the good things of the land.
I think that you skipped a lot. You skipped a lot. Go to verse 85.
Verse 85. Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them.
You never had peace with your enemy. No. Meaning, they're not going to be your friend. Business is business, right? You know what I'm saying? That's like someone owe you money in the street. You can like, hey, business is business. You gave me your word, that's it, right? Don't mix business with pleasure, all of that. You can do business with white people, but you do not befriend them. You don't join yourself with them, right? Keep reading. This is going to tell you why.
That ye may be strong and eat the good things of the land.
Go ahead.
And that ye may leave the inheritance of the land unto your children forevermore.
Good night. That's self-explanatory right there, brother. I really don't got to break it down no more. It said that, man, if you don't sleep with these other nations, if you understand, be loyal to your own people, you don't marry, you know what I mean, a heathen, you don't try to join yourself with them, not trying to go vote thinking that it's going to work and all of that. Well, what happened is you will be stronger. You'll be wiser. You'll be able to be a good leader that the Most High will see fit. Not what the world see fit. All these people that think that they can go out and do all this other stuff. No, I'm talking about what the Most High see as fit. All right. And with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. With that, shalom. So, brother, I'm going to talk.